Hey everyone, RJ here with CB Tech, and yes, today I'll be re-unboxing the Alcatel PulseMix. Let's get into it. Okay, so the Alcatel PulseMix, had this phone some time back. I decided to rebuy it because when I had it before, I really didn't get a chance to really put it through its paces, gameplay, camera test and everything that, we all do with the phones and everything. So let's go ahead and just unbox it. And I'm going to just show you how the phone looks and power it on and stuff like that, and kind of go through a few settings and all that kind of good stuff. So let's go ahead and open up the flap up here. On this box, there's the phone, of course, and the phone has a 5.2-inch HD display with an 8-megapixel rear and 2-megapixel front-facing camera, both with a flash. Has a quad-core processor, 2000 milliamp hour battery, and it has the extra Snapback with dual 2.5 watt speakers. So it does come with a phone and battery, charger, SIM card, USB cable, and includes the Snapback sound. So let's go ahead here and rip off this back, and we'll go ahead and look at the phone. Alright, so let's go ahead and pop the top off of this thing here. We'll go ahead and put the phone out here and set the phone to the side, and we will see just what and all does come in this box. So of course we're glad you're here. Getting started guide from Cricket. We have your terms and conditions of service, as well as your clear and simple quick start guide. You also have the quick start guide to the Alcatel Snapback sound, which is this little speaker right here. So we'll put it to the side. You also get your Cricket SIM card as well as your wall adapter right here. So you do get your USB Type-C cable right here. Let's go ahead and put all this away and look at the phone. So the Alcatel PulseMix is now in hand. Now look at the phone. On the rear here we have the 8-megapixel camera with the flash, the Alcatel branding, as well as the Cricket branding that everybody loves on their phones. On the side here, got a textured power button, your volume rocker on top, a 3.5mm headset jack, secondary microphone. On the left we have nothing. On the bottom we have your bottom firing speaker, as well as a microphone and USB Type-C. We'll go ahead here and remove this front sticker. There we go. So your period, of course, is your receiver, your front flash, your front 2-megapixel camera, and your home button down here. So let's go ahead and power this thing on, and we will check out the phone. So this does have an HD display. It is 720 by 1280 with a pixel density of around 282 pixels per inch. So honestly, the same size display as like my Alcatel Idol 5S, 5.2 inch. So yeah, so the phone actually does feel kind of solid in the hand. It does feel, pretty heavy and not really like lightweight, nothing like that. So yeah, I'll go ahead, let this phone do its setup, and I'll come back when it's finished. Okay everyone, so the phone is now set up and ready to go. But first thing I want to do is pull off this back cover here and just show you where the SIM card and SD and all of that goes. So let's go ahead and remove the back cover here. And of course up here you will see your SIM card slot as well as your SD card slot right there. Now I want to throw on this little snapback here for sound, because this is where it becomes a pain for a lot of people. Is it snaps into place very well. See, it's very, very thick. You got these two speakers back here, and honestly they put out some pretty good sound from what I can remember. You also got a kickstand right here for having your phone propped up watching Netflix, YouTube, whatever the case may be. Now the biggest problem with this here is getting this thing off. This thing is like really flush with the front part of this phone right here that you see. You got this big back cover with this little small part here in the front. And I mean, the buttons feel good, everything feels good, and everything lines up in place just perfectly. But this thing is just a pain to get off. I mean, even if you try to, pull, I mean, I'm sitting here pulling from the USB-C right here, and it's moving, but it's like it is just in place, and it is just, it's a monster to get off sometimes, because they give you one little area down here to kind of go in here. But even if you got good fingernails, this right here will put a strain. That thing right here is sealed in tight. So I want to try to get this back off of here, put on the regular back cover, So just hang tight and I'll be back in a second. So I got the back cover back on now, and I believe that's the biggest problem people have with this phone here, is that these snapbacks are just a pain to take off once you get them on the phone. So now we'll just power the phone on. It says sound removed since I took that back off. But looking at the phone here, the screen don't look too bad. You know, 720p. I mean, it ain't the sharpest screen in the world, but I mean, the screen really don't look that bad. I got your home screens here. I got your app drawer here as well. So pretty stock right now. I mean, yeah, you have like Deezer on here. You have a light show. I'm guessing that. I'm not really sure what light show is. You got a few things on here, WPS Office, but once you put your Cricket SIM card in here, it's going to download a bunch of stuff that you got to remove because all it is clutter and everything. But right now, it's not a whole lot on the phone. Let's go ahead and go into the settings a minute and browse around. So go into here, you got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, mobile networks. You got more here for hotspot, VPN, enhanced LTE services. Go down here to gestures. You have turn over to mute and 3-finger screenshots. So turn that on here and just swipe down. And right there, of course, is your screenshot. Really nice. Now, these buttons down here, the home button lights up and the back and recent ones do too. If you press on the left side, you'll see it light up right there for a few seconds, then they'll go away again. But you have your lock screen here as well. So you have your function shortcuts. You got screen lock for your swipe, pattern, pin, or password. So pretty basic stock stuff here. Display, you got brightness level, that's of brightness. You got night mode on or off, wallpaper, sleep, screensaver, pretty much everything that you see on every phone, you know. You got sound, apps. So here in the storage, we have 5.58 megabytes used of 9 gigs. So this has 16 gigabytes of storage, but it looks like, you know, it says 5.58 megabytes is used of 9. So not really sure how they calculate all that up and everything, but yeah, there you go. You can also add an SD card to this phone as well. You got battery here, battery percentage, intelligence power saving stuff here. You have memory. So this phone does have 2 gigabytes of RAM. And to the best of my knowledge, this phone does run the MediaTek 1.5 gigahertz MT6738 processor, which is a quad-core processor. So yeah, kind of want to throw that out there as well. Now down here at About Phone, you will see this phone does run Android version 7.0 Nougat. So yeah, I mean, that's about it. We'll go take a quick look into the camera here and just look at a few of the settings. So you got your photo, your video, your panorama, your time-lapse feature here. You got instant collage, stuff like that. So we'll go back into photo here, HDR mode, your timer, your flash, and right here, of course, is your night mode, turn on or off. Got your settings up here. So you got a 5 megapixel, 8 megapixel max resolution. You can record in full 1080, 720, or 480. You got EIS video stabilization, grid. You can change your storage to external storage if an SD card is present. So yeah, really nice stuff to see that there. Let's go ahead and go to the front facing camera for a minute and kind of just see what's going on in here. So you got your settings here, and you have a 2 megapixel front facing camera. You got face beauty, mirror selfie. Video quality here, you're able to record in full 1080, 720, and 480 here as well. You got the EIS stabilization as well on the front. So all of that going on here. So I am going to use this phone for gaming, a lot of gaming, picture taking, video. I may even sneak in a few live streams from this phone here, or see if you can tell it's coming from this phone here. I don't know yet. We'll have to see what happens. But this is the Alcatel PulseMix, and you know, it's really not that bad of a phone, to be honest with you. I mean, for what you're getting, I mean, it's not that bad, and it's not that expensive. So I mean, is it really that bad? I don't really think so, but you know, I'm gonna do some testing on it, and we'll figure it all out here in a little while. So if this was helpful and informative, you enjoyed it, hit that like button. Any questions you may have, leave it below. Subscribe if you haven't. That would really be appreciated. Hit that bell for post notifications. That'd be awesome as well. Y'all have a good one, and thanks for watching.